analyst, and Dr. Sunita Godara, marathon and fitness coach. Good to have Sunita on the broadcast with us. We'll shortly be joined by V. Krishnaswamy. Dr. Sunita, thank you so much for taking our time. How do you feel today? 6 medals already in. There are many other medal hopefuls as well. Did you see this panning out the way it has?
Yeah, see, it's not only medals, it's all, mainly gold medals. And these athletes, they're young. So they have a lot of opportunities further, for World Championship, for Olympics. And see the humble background they are coming. And our Prime Minister was also, when talking to him, this is his first exposure, that big exposure. Mirabai Chanu is now, she's many medal winners, so she's very comfortable in front of camera. But see these humble boys, they are going to do wonders because they are very young, and of course they are talented. So hope for the better future for these boys, and congratulations for their medals. And it's really nice, the starting is very good with gold medals and all.
Absolutely. That becomes a big morale booster for the rest of the athletes as well, and as far as the contingent at large also is concerned. But let's now talk to you about the medal hopefuls. As I said, we have many, either badminton, boxing, wrestling, group teams as well. Where do you see the maximum advantage for India at this point?
Badminton and boxing, of course. And team games also, they'll do better because now they are coming up. So for everyone, when they go to these big tournaments, it's do or die. So they try to give their best. So, but hopeful medals are already there. And, they are already medal winners in either Olympics or World Championship or past in Commonwealth Games. So they are confident and they are going to get medals. Especially badminton, of course, there is medal.
I want to also talk to you about the medals that we've seen so far. Like, let me give you the example of Sanket. I mean, the first reaction that he gave after winning silver was that I'm disappointed, I'm angry because of injuries. How do you think injuries play a role as far as the mindset of not just the player who's going through it, but at large the contingent also?
Yeah, it's a major problem, for the athlete, for a sports person to get injured before the major competition. And because of that, he or she is not able to give the best. Also, like he was saying that he's happy that got gold medal, but he could not do his best, which he has done earlier. So that is because of the injury. So injuries are playing major part in the performance, for the performance of the sports persons. So I wish that they keep fit, and injury is part and parcel of the sports person. So it will come on and off. But then if you are best at the in your tournament without any injury, then you naturally give your best. Like you see Neeraj Chopra, because of injury, he has to go out of the competition. So it's part and parcel. When you are training so hard, then obviously somewhere you will get injured.
Let me talk to you about the golden boy of the day, Achinta Sheuli, who I spoke to a short while ago. Just listen to their stories, the amount of hardships that they've seen. He was speaking to me about a time when he lost his father in 2013, 2014, and they could barely manage even 2 meals in a day. But that did not let him deter his dreams or ambitions. How important do you think is also to highlight their background stories, because they become an inspiration for a large number of people in the country today, that if they can do it, we can do it too?
That's true, because in sports, very humble background people are coming. They are hardworking and somewhat, that's why we say that government has to do more nurturing and catch them young. So that they, whatever stories we are listening from each and every medal winner, that in the beginning they had no money for food. The mother was working, father was working, and the boy also working. So all these things means we wish काश ऐसा होता कि बचपन में ही इसको ले लिया होता. So, afterwards, when he's performing and he's showing performance, then of course he comes into the eyes of state or national or the camp. But catch them young is the answer to get rid of these problems of these talented kids.
Catch
So
them
that
young,
from
that
the
I
beginning
agree with
only they
you,
get all the
Dr.
support.
Sunita. But I also want to talk to you about the other unfortunate reality. Today, we are all celebrating them and we will celebrate them for the next few months. But unfortunately, we've seen in a lot of cases that post a couple of unfortunate attempts at various competition or events, we seem to forget them. And then these athletes who already come from such humble backgrounds, they face a lot of difficulties to even get the basic training. At this point, what do you think should be the role of state governments and the central government to ensure that we don't forget them?
Grassroots level, they have to work on grassroots level because all these medal winners are from grassroots level background, and catch them young and put them into academies, give them all the facilities they require so that you can nurture their talent. So nurturing is very important for these kids, or maybe for that matter, other sports person, those who are deprived of these facilities. We have to catch them young, go to the villages, go to the remote areas, and talent search, nurture them, and bring them for all the facilities in the academies.
Since you're a fitness
So
coach,
district,
Dr.
state,
Sunita, I want to also understand what is the kind of training, plus not just the physical training, but the mental training as well, for an athlete to prepare themselves to take any sort of difficulty that comes their way. It could be an injury, it could be an unexpected competitor. What is the physical and the mental training that these athletes need at this point? Because everything has already become so competitive.
physical training, they are doing hard work on the track, on the field. But for mental training, they have to go for many positive affirmations, counseling, and meditation, yoga. And we have to keep them in the surroundings where they are tension free. So whatever tension they have at home, if government can support them in the family also, then they don't have that kind of tension about the family कि हमें खाना मिल रहा है वो क्या खा रहे होंगे. That is where they get tension. If the boy is the eldest, if the girl is the eldest,
Okay.
Family is having problem, then also they get into tension. So government has to see both the talented person you are nurturing, give them tops scheme or whatever best scheme you can give, best coaches, best facilities, but look after the family also a little bit if you have the talented person who is a medal winner prospect.
What is the kind of right support that the state governments and central governments, as I said, can give them to ensure that this training can be sustained for a longer period of time?
Yeah, that's true.
What is the kind
support
of right
is
motivation?
required all the time, for the family, for the person who is competing.
Yeah, I think that really is important at this point of time, that you have the right type of support, you give them the kind of motivation, because as we said, if they have one unfortunate event, then we don't want to forget them. But Dr. Sunita, I will leave the conversation there, but as we said, we do have a lot of medal hopefuls that are still left for India at this point of time. If we can quickly just take a look at the dream run that India has already had so far. Okay, Dr. Sunita, we'll leave the conversation there. Thanks a lot for joining us here on CNN News 18.